Okay, it's Saturday the 15th of July at 2:15 in the afternoon. We've been kicked out of the house by the lady, so we are going to go for a quick overnight towards Attica. The reason we've chose Attica is because the mackerel are in at this point at the season, so we are going to try and get there for high tide this evening so we can have a few casts, see if we get lucky. I've got the cooler in the back, I can dump them in there, and hopefully there's a couple of the guys that we can meet tomorrow morning to have a bit of crack with, should the fishing not be up to scratch. The forecast isn't to be great tomorrow though, which is why I'm hedging my bets and trying to get up there tonight, just so at the very least I can get a few casts and say I actually had a crack at some fish. We'll wait and see though. It should be thunder and lightning over there right now, but by the time we get there, fingers crossed, it should be dry, so we'll play it by ear. But it's going to be a good camp, it's going to be decent sport hopefully, touch wood. Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. The fishing spot is really close by, so I'm going to try and get parked up, and as you can see, brought the weather with us, so we're all good. So I'm going to get parked up and put a rig together. I've got some time to kill, I think, until the tide's in. We'll just have a wee daunter about maybe, actually. We'll wait and see. Okay, set up. Just got a spinner on for the moment. Not sure if you can see that. The rain looks like it's kind of starting again. Just make sure I'm locked. But you know, we persevere. So it's actually a much more popular place than Memory. Folk have cottoned on a wee bit, I think. Still really cool though, and a good opportunity to catch fish. So the rain's back on a wee bit. Here's our venue. A lot of people are going out there, I guess, because the tide's not quite in yet, and they'll get to it quicker, but I've seen people catch fish here, so I'll give it a wee go. This is a bit of a mess, but fish don't care about that. I think the MOD would clear it up, mind you. I don't know if it's their responsibility or not. Cool. There you go, just for the rain coming in. So that's me for the moment anyway. One last look at the place. It's interesting. Just got the one, dropped one. Don't think the guys at the pier have done any better, to be honest with you. The tide's still up, but this is a camping scenario more than it is a fishing one for this evening, albeit the conditions are better than it's supposed to be tomorrow. But I've got my waterproof, so I'm hoping to brave it, and by which point, at which point the place should be a bit quieter, being that it's a morning shift slash the weather will not be ideal. I've already processed that mackerel and got it in the bag there. I'm going to get it into a food bag and get it in the cooler so it doesn't stink out the place. I'm covered in scales and stuff, so there will be a bit of a smell, but that's angling. Just going to get packed up now, head over to where I think is a good camp spot. We'll wait and see. Hopefully it produces results, because I don't really know this area very well, but that's the reason as to why I'm leaving now, because I'm not 100%. Maybe in future when I come back and I know if this spot works out, I can leave it a bit later, but for the moment I'm just going to leave it. There's that spot again. It's nice. So we'll wait and see what happens. I've kind of sussed it from a YouTube video, so it should be good. We're glamping here. People will know there's always this inner battle with people that go camping, trying to look for the most Instagrammable spot versus the actual most practical spot. So this is your Instagrammable one right here. Lovely. Could go between those trees, they're alive. Could go between those trees. And I have brought a small fire pit that I've left in the car. I could bring it down, put it there, but I don't really fancy a fire, to be honest with you. It seems a bit needless right now. There's lots of remnants of shells down there, as though some bird has sort of collected them and then decided to eviscerate them down on the rocks there. That is really nice. Train track up there. Heard it a second ago. Might go with this. I think that'd be quite nice. You can see spots where idiots have set fires inside living trees, which is why they've ended up permitting the entire of the Trossachs National Park, because of stupid stuff like that. Yeah. I think this will do. This will do nicely. I tell you what, I've had worse views from a hotel room. There's mussels everywhere. Again, I'm not an expert on saltwater fishing, but I couldn't really pass this up for a cast. It's still high tide. It's well giving it a go. Nearly fell. Starting to rain, but in surroundings like this, you don't really care. Got a shelter set up, that was the point. Needed a cool down anyway. It's beautiful, look. All I need to do is make sure I don't fall down when I'm going back up here. Short walk back to the digs. I'm just going to take it easy now, stick the camera off. And actually enjoy this for what it is. Switch off. Start drinking my tea if it's cooled down. Probably not, knowing these things. Still scalding. I'll have that later. But yeah, I'm gonna switch the camera off and I'll see you guys in the morning. Morning. Good sleep. Decided good sleep. I did have to wake up at about 3 and adjust everything. The underblanket's the thing for me. I bought it second hand off eBay and whoever had it before me took all the extra clips off, so it's not really hugging the hammock like it should. So I had to kind of adjust things about 3. And the fact that it actually woke me up because I was a wee bit cold isn't great. Once I got there though, great. Tide's not quite in yet, as you can see. Well, you can't really, but it's good morning anyway. Still a bit rainy in places. You can kind of see more bank along here than you should if the tide were up. But I'm going to get things together because I didn't really eat last night and I want to have a feed before the guys show up, and at the minute the weather's okay, so I'm going to kind of make the most of that and make some food. It just depends how quickly I can pack all this up. It's still warm. Warm, you know, warm. But that's pretty impressive, if I don't mind saying myself. Time to take this down. Bag of tricks. Knife. Nearly there. Yeah, left it the way I found it, which unfortunately wasn't in the best condition. I did pick up a few bits of rubbish, but you know, not making it any worse. Back up to the car. Gonna swap tea out for coffee, get a couple of rolls on, and a couple of burgers that I didn't eat last night, so have them, and we'll go check high tide out. What I've actually opted to do is I bought one of these New York style deli pastrami sandwich. I've got a toaster pan, so I'm just going to make it into a toasty, and it's a little less heavy than making 2 burgers for my breakfast, which, you know, didn't really excite me in the first instance. Give that a little flip. It's working well. Look at that. So glad I've done this instead of the burgers. That would have just been gratuitous. Just waiting in here for a heads up from the guys as to when and if they'll be here. Good camp, really enjoyed that. First time camping in this area, first time catching a mackerel. So far this has been a success for me, so anything else that happens now is just a bonus. No sign of the guys, but it's high tide, so I'm going to go back down to that spot we were at yesterday, see if it's busy, and if it's not, have a few casts. Why not? Sorted. I don't know about this high tide business, it looks like it's still pretty out to me, but we'll go have a look. Yeah, it's really low. You can see all the bits down there are still really exposed. There's a car there, I'll go see if there's someone down there and I can have a word with them. See what they're saying to it, they'll know more than me. Left my midge net in the car because not even a midge would be daft enough to go out in this. Yeah guys, so this is kind of where the video starts to fall apart a little bit on account of the fact that the wind noise. I'm just using a simple GoPro here and it has horrible wind compression, so a lot of the footage is kind of unusable. I've done my best to capture the fish that I caught and the time that was had. My mates never turned up, so this kind of ends abruptly when I just decide to ditch things because of the weather. But, you know, I had a good weekend, good time, enjoy the rest of the footage, and yeah, thanks for watching. Okay guys, I'll give you a break from the wind noise there just to say thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'm of the fortunate position to get to do cool stuff like this all the time, so I'll do my best to take you along with me. This is me just finishing up on my last fish on account of the weather. It's pretty gnarly there. You can see me there, very chuffed. This guy was filleted and smoked and eaten on the same day, as I make sure that any time that I do have to take a life like that, I honour it by eating it and making sure others and myself enjoy it. Thanks for watching. If you like this, again, give me a follow and I'll be sure to share more with you in future. Okay, thank you.